Hi, welcome back to my channel.
Okay, this is an impromptu video, so it's gonna go by kind of fast.
But first, hi, I'm Alicia, i.e. Alicia J, the walking, talking baby doll, and hopefully I'm here to give you a good day or a better day, okay? So,
I had wanted to do this video and put it out there as quickly as I saw this, but keep in mind, the title says, man tells other men the truth that women have been saying forever with proof, or it might say something like men cuts out the BS and explains it to other men. I don't know. We're just gonna say that a man is saying what we've been saying this entire time. And they have been gaslighting us and saying that we are not saying that. It lets you know that everything that they try to say that women are lying about and you know, talk us in circles about, it lets you know that we're gaslit. We've been gaslit for a long time. It's not us making it up. It's not us being misandry. There's been a lot of divisive tactics used to formulate the opinion, a lot of tactics to formulate the opinions that what we are talking about and the things that we are saying are not genuine stories. They're not real, and we should just deal with men how they are, how they come. I wanted to put this on my channel for a while now, for the last couple of weeks, and so even though the title says man tells other men the truth that women have been saying forever with proof, I'm probably gonna make this men tell other men, because I found another one. At first I found a black guy, then I found a white guy, and then I have watched Public Offender, and I like his channel too. I've seen a few guys make channels, but you know, very few black guys talk against manosphere rhetoric and whatever like that. As I'm releasing this video, I only had the one video of a black man. Now I have 2 videos. I might have 3, 4, 5 videos of men cutting the bullshit and being honest for once and telling other men to cut the bullshit. And the world would not be like this if it was led by women.
It's men. It's always men. If you think about all the ills that society is dealing with today, let's just focus on the United States right now. It always centers on men. The majority of crime, the majority of murder, the majority of rapes, the majority of beatings, robberies, it all centers on men. Yet it is men who the majority of the time hold all the power, and it's men who are often filled with hate that give you targets of your aggression for the atrocities. They'll tell you it's the immigrants. They'll tell you it's the black people. They'll tell you it's young people. They'll tell you it's people with this type of hair. It's people with nose rings, people with tattoos. They always create enemies when the commonality is men. Men need to do better. Men need to protect women and stop killing women. Men need to protect women and stop raping women. Men need to protect children and stop raping children. Men need to protect children and stop killing children. It's men. We're responsible. So are we going to do better, or we keep putting our fucking head in the sand and pretending it's some mystical, far off being that we all have to fight? It's men. The world leaders are mostly men. The wars, everything is fucking men. We're responsible. My guess is we won't do better. We've pretended that we are the wiser, stronger, better at everything since the dawn of time. It's fucking stupid. It's men.
So am I the only one who feels like there's a bigger issue that nobody's even talking about? The fact that every single time it's a man. Every time. It's a man. It's a guy. It's a teenage bull. Every time. And nobody's talking about it. And I don't understand why we're not addressing the fact that men are killing everybody. Like, if every other week it was a story about a woman going in and shooting up a bunch of kids at a school, and a woman who was being a sniper and taking somebody out, and a woman went into a church and shot up a whole bunch of people, I can guarantee you people would be having a lot of conversations about all the things that are wrong with women. But guys, we're not like, we're letting Roblox and Call of Duty and, you know, Grand Theft Auto raise our boys. We're letting online personalities who are about getting clicks and crap teach people how to be men, and it's just nonsense. And real men need to step up and realize we're not getting it done, man. And it's not a left thing and it's not a right thing. It's a man thing. There's so much pain, so much sadness, so much hurt that is being passed down and carried through the days of their lives that men are not talking about. I don't know if we need to stop, you know, all fantasy and all betting and golf and frickin' sports for a month and just give guys a minute to get their crap together, but it's about time, like, we do something, because just continuing to pass on the shame or the anger, the frustration, the sadness of whatever is going on in life that is continuing to perpetuate men's ability and willingness to kill other people and not do anything about it is just, that time has come and gone. And we as a community, as men in particular, need to stop just saying it's something. That it's us. And that means we all collectively need to do better. We'd ask the same thing if it was some other group.
It's funny how when I was in a psychology course, intro psychology, but the psychology, I think about personality and something, or teaches you about your personality. It's funny how even within the textbook actually stated that women are very capable of being astounding leaders. Within that course, it talked about all the framework of like your personality and what makes up your personality. And like, we took every type of assessment that you could take to understand your personality. And I guess from all the data around the psychology of personalities and things like that, and characteristic traits, the big five, all of that, they have sufficient data that proves that women would be impeccable at leadership. However, for so long, we just keep getting undermined, gaslit, being told we're not favored, being told that even the omnipresence of something would be masculine. You know, we are shamed, we are used. Our characteristics that they see as low pay wages, those type of jobs that take a lot of labor but they pay less. They take a lot of emotional time, a lot of caregiving, and they pay less on those jobs significantly, right? Yeah, just used and abused and tossed to the side, objectified, seen as nothing but a sexual object. I mean, it goes on as if, and all the things that come out that are trying to get us somewhere and bridge the two genders together and work in unison and harmony together, it seems like there's always this oppressive need to make sure that women stay in a certain space and no more. You can't be no more than that, or go no more than that. So if you look at the leadership around the world, and Allah X, I'm gonna censor the word, and you look at the Allah X all around the world globally, what gender dominates that field mostly? Has always dominated that field, and led countries and things like this. And if you take a look at it, you begin to see how it has been nothing but malignant, narcissistic, dark, sociopath, psychopathic, heinous people, and they're usually not my gender. I'm just gonna put it like that. And that's been on my mind for weeks now, like 6 weeks. It's just been on my mind, like, all this shit would not be happening in my country, in America, if people just went with the woman. But let's be honest, society is not ready for that. And I feel like even if we did have a woman back there, I was still scared either way, because I knew with her being the first, she was going to get the most violence, the most death threats, the most, looking just unbearable weight for her being the first to pivot, to trailblaze, to be in that position and save this country. She's going to be put in a very rock and hard space, this woman, Kamala Harris. And in a way, I was happy, but in a way, I was also like feeling uneasy about her even winning the presidency. And it was very unfortunate to see that a lot of women prioritized the cost of eggs over their own bodies. And I realized that this country is terrible. It's changing right now, but we needed it back then. And you could see how terrible. People cannot prioritize their thinking properly in this country. Hopefully it's not globally, but man, I really don't know what to say with this, but think about historically the leaders of men. Think about them. And the ones that are women, they have been wiped away from history. So just because people say, I've been hearing a lot of rhetoric of like this statement that is said completely wrong, but when people say like, oh, a good woman or something like that has never made history, bullshit. There's been a lot of strategic. They always think that dark femininity has made headlines. But to be honest with you, on both sides, if we're saying that quote means what, that interpretation of the quote is what we're talking about, that would mean that dark femininity has also made headlines and moved waves and been powerful leaders, and we've talked about them and put them in history books and things like that. No, we have not enough. It took me until I was like, I think 24, 25 to do my own research on the Asian empress that ruled at one time. Didn't even know that she did. Is it Nefertiti? Of course, say Cleopatra name, all the time, but I almost felt like Cleopatra was not even real for real. And then when I went back in my 20s after school, it was like, oh, okay, this was an actual person who made actual moves. And, people like to put the part of Cleopatra as like the dark feminine aspect of her, but both sides of her, soft femininity and dark femininity, came together. Cleopatra is very smart and intricate and things. Now, I want you to take all of those the reason why I'm bringing this part into it is I want you to take all of those major figures, those big leaders of women in society. Think about the leadership within America right now and the women that get pushed into the camera during this time in American history. I'm not gonna say her name, but yeah, I'm just showing, kind of alluding here, right, to people. This is fiction, air quotes, fiction, but look at the people that are in front of the camera and giving you the announcements right now. Announcements for the press. Do you see a lot of men doing it, or do you see a lot of women getting into the women are the ones that are bringing you the very controversial, we fuck this up, or it doesn't exist, or those women are put strategically to be in front of all of America and have to let the people down, tell them the bad news, pretend to tell them good news, tell them lies, tell them that Stuff is okay with Prez and it's not. Make Prez look like he's the king of a castle and he's the better person, or he was a good fit to be voted for America. Who's doing that? It is a woman. And when it was beknownst to me who that woman was to make said announcements, I had a big flag. I was like, that's interesting. A man like him, why wouldn't he think that men, right? Because, he's probably thinking like most of manosphere type of, thought, like men are supposed to lead. So why wouldn't he pick men to lead in certain areas, especially announcing to the American people? I was like, you didn't pick a man for that? To be the messenger? To hold the weight of being the messenger. As they say, don't shoot the messenger, right? Not to say if I was a man, I would do it on a misogynistic type of principle, but I would do it on a very much like, I don't want a woman to be attacked. They're going to come hard on a woman, our society. Just looking at the optics for what it is, right? I'd be like, I don't think I'm going to put this woman in this role unless she really wanted it, right? But I would try to steer it towards a bold, super hyper masculine, confident guy like myself, that he doesn't have to bear the emotional, mental, and danger of, announcing some pretty heavy announcements to the people, right? And I'd want him to be slightly charismatic too. That's not who he picked. They said that he obviously likes people, he likes to put women out there that obviously has a certain look to them. However, when he chose the messenger, his choice in the messenger is that he compared her time working at F News, I think is where she started working at. When he would watch her, he would see himself in her, almost like a female version of him, that she could be bold and brash and not give a fuck and just deliver her opinions, her thoughts, announcements, and he knows that she'll be good at lying. That was it. I said there's plenty of men that have stepped up to the plate to be that position, but pretty ironic. So saying all that to say, it goes very deep how men swindle and frame and gaslight and undermine and do all of these things to women, and to put women at a certain degree but no higher than that. Race, depending on what race you are, it has more nuance to it, right? But yeah, culturally it has more nuance to it. It gets crazy, but now they finally are admitting what the fuck we've been saying this whole time. And now that they done said it, you can't take it back. Team, you can't take it back for the next thousands of fucking years. Now they getting on the internet talking about a rapture is finna come. Look, if the rapture don't come for the next thousands and thousands of years, y'all are not gonna be able to take this shit back. And women, we need to hold that. I'm not gonna say hold them accountable, because they will never probably do it, but we need to make sure that we keep this information out there and keep reposting it, keep showing it. Make sure your daughters done seen it, granddaughters done seen it. Just keep it going. And we're going to keep reposting this for like the next thousands and thousands of years, because it's can't take it back now. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And of course, donate to the channel. That's helping me with like creating videos, keep this thing going. Also, it is helping me as a person who's, having a difficult time with this economy as well. Difficulties right now trying to get a job and things like that. And any contribution would be very helpful towards things like my student debt. But liking, comment, sharing, really commenting, and that helps boost this video in the algorithm. And mostly doing all of those things will help other women have access to information that maybe women and other people around them are not telling them. Okay? Yeah. Let's get those numbers up, and I'll see you on the next one.